Hello, everybody. Welcome to Kangaroo Court, episode 1. Here we just talk about baseball and the world around baseball. Just quick introductions. I'm Nico Guardado. My dad played in the bigs for 17 years. I've grew up in the game of baseball. I'm an actor now, but I love the game of baseball. And we thought, well, why not? We have so many crazy stories, so many crazy interactions with some players. There's players, my dad's teammates that I consider second fathers. And we just want to get going and talk about baseball. That's what we do in our free time. And so we think it's a good opportunity to start something. So welcome to Kangaroo Court. Gabe?
I'm Gabe Macias. This is Kangaroo Court, your go-to for sports. In the beginning, we're going to be focusing more so on baseball. I think that's the root of why we got into sports in the first place. Nico's my cousin, and my uncle, his dad, played in the major leagues for 17 years. So we've been around the game of baseball. So we thought, why not do something we love, talk about what we love, and, try to make some entertainment for you guys. So I think the main thing, what we're here to do is provide entertainment, talk about baseball, and just make this a fun experience for us and you guys and all across the world. So thank you for tuning in.
We have podcasts on our YouTube channel that we did years ago. So go check those out and you kind of get a feel for how we view the game. But other than that, let's just have some fucking fun.
Yeah, court's in session.
Okay. So, hot topics for today. Let's talk about the Freeway Series. Angels swept the Dodgers.
Clean sweep. Season sweep.
Season sweep. I mean, this series, it's like, obviously the Angels, I'm a fan, and I've been a fan ever since my dad started when my dad became the special assistant. My brother also just signed there. It's awesome. I'm excited for him. Shout out Jacob. But I've really become a fan in the last couple of years, and we look at ourselves as everybody's always talking shit. Everyone's always talking this. But to be able to sweep the Dodgers 6-0 and these last 3 games, we talk about momentum a lot. I mean, can we talk about our experience of seeing like how much momentum really counts? The game's changed a lot of ways, but when we were growing up in the clubhouse, momentum was huge. Like when you see somebody come in and contagious. Even when my dad was coaching in Minnesota and Torrey Hunter came back and started this whole dance party traditions on wins, like that builds clubhouses. I think that builds teams. Obviously, you need talent, you need good baseball players, but adding camaraderie is that second piece of the puzzle. I think we've seen a lot of teams that look amazing on paper, but they don't do anything because the chemistry isn't there.
Right. Yeah, I agree. You look at what the Yankees are doing right now or not doing. Everybody has their own opinions, but at the end of the day, we don't know what's going on in the clubhouse. Everybody wants to knock Boone. They want to ask, what are you guys talking about? But the only people who know what's going on behind closed doors are the people who need to know what's going on behind closed doors, which is Boone, the staff, the players. That's all that matters. Anybody and everybody could have their own opinions and say what they want to say, but at the end of the day, they're a big league club, one of the most historic franchises. Anytime you're in professional sports, you're there to get a job done. So I think they're doing what they need to do. This narrative about, this and that, it really doesn't mean anything. We can talk all we want, but at the end of the day, they really know what's going on. So.
Yeah, exactly. I agree. So where do you think this puts the Angels in a spot? They're 5 games behind in the wild card. Do you think going to Sacramento, trying to keep that momentum for those Angels fans out there, you think that this, obviously it's good that we beat the Dodgers. Yeah, that's a huge win. A lot of people are calling it our World Series. But do you think if they can take the momentum and possibly sweep the A's and be back in this wild card race, is their hope still alive for October?
Yeah, of course. You look at just history. There's been teams who've had 5-10 game leads going into mid-August, September, and blowing it. There's been teams, throwing it back to the Oakland A's in the early 2000s, being back a ton of games and gaining a lot of ground. So I think the stars do have to align. For a drastic change, but I think the Angels aren't in a position to where they need something drastic to happen all across the league. I think if they continue to win games, then they have a chance. Everybody has a chance.
Yeah.
They're professionals. So
Yeah.
the biggest thing, though, I think this series was give them that momentum like you were talking about.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, everybody's knocking Perry for not making any moves. Everybody's saying sell the Angels, but I think at the end of the day, they do have great pieces. Like you see, they're beating a high caliber team in the Dodgers and other teams who are contenders. So that makes them a contender. Everybody has a chance. When you put on your cleats and you step on the field, everybody has a chance. So I think going to Oakland, continuing to build on this series. I mean, we're barely into mid-August, so they still have a month and a half. With being a couple of games out, I mean, anything is possible. So I think, yeah, crazy play. Yeah, I think Perry, he made a couple of moves, but yeah, we would have liked to see maybe another arm in the rotation or maybe another good bat somewhere in the lineup. But at the end of the day, he trusts his team that he has on the field. They have to trust each other and go out and win ball games at the end of the day. That's all it comes down to. So,
Dude, that's
played by Neto there. So yeah, I think they're in a good position.
Yeah, it's exciting. I mean, these last 2 months are where things, heat up. And I think this year the American League has been, I mean, the whole league, I feel like it's been very, like, there's no outright heavy league leader. Obviously, we'll get into talking about the Brewers, but it feels like it can really be anybody's game. The Angels, this team's really close to being a postseason team, and it's not, the postseason hopes aren't dead yet completely.
Everybody has a chance. They have, a couple of good 1-2 guys, solid pieces in the lineup. They all have a good, meat of the lineup.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, good guys from top to bottom, but it all comes down to momentum, winning ball games, getting the job done at the end of the day, not making those little mental errors that come back and cost you ball games. But I think just playing consistent, building off of what the teams have already done, as any team does. But I mean, we're only in mid-August, so a month and a half away, a lot of ball games left. So
for sure,
you can't worry about the past. You just have to look towards the future and, go out there and play baseball, have fun.
It was a fun series.
Yeah, great series to watch.
I want to talk about the Brewers. Speaking of the Brewers.
12 in a row.
12 in a row. All because of the pocket pancake, baby.
Right, taco.
Dude,
pancake taco.
I mean, what do you, over these last 12 games, what do you see out of them that you think, like,
that's good stuff right there.
Could this be the team that finally wins the World Series for the Brewers?
I think they have the pieces.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you look at their pitching, you look at the momentum they have. I mean, to be able to win 12 straight games, it's not easy to do in the big leagues. Yeah, maybe they haven't faced the top teams in the league, but at the end of the day, they went out there, they scored a lot of runs. They have a great young core. They have the leadership of Yelich there and a couple of other guys over there on the pitching staff that I think are helping continue this momentum and provide advice for the younger players who are just coming up. So I know they're very exciting. I mean, I'm excited to continue to watch them. Hopefully it continues for many more games. But, I mean, yeah, the way they're looking right now, they look like a contender to me for sure. I don't think they're a sleeper, but I think maybe a lot of people don't have their eyes completely on the Brewers. But
I think it shows.
Go far.
I think it just shows in the last couple games, this series with the Pirates. Like, you go up against Skeens, and Sal Frelick comes up, hits a leadoff bomb, and they take, they score 4 runs off Skeens, which, Skeens is only human, but he doesn't give up 4 runs, like, every start, And then then they take the Pirates up for, like, 14-1, I think was the final score. Somebody fact check me on that. But I think that's a team right there where we're just talking about momentum and camaraderie, and the dugout looks like it's going crazy. I feel like the clubhouse things are high. I mean, the field started selling pocket pancakes. Everybody's riding it. It was like the Mets last year with Grimace. Now it's the pancakes for the Brewers. And after last year, which, if you look at it, obviously the Mets won. I mean, they were the better team in that day, but they were 3 outs away from going and kicking the Mets out. It's a good young team. It's exciting to watch. And do we just say, like, the pancakes are what started that for the Brewers?
I think so.
Dude, these pancakes are fucking fire.
That'll do the trick. Pancakes will cure anything. Yeah. Make you go on a win streak.
Yeah, dipping them in syrup, dude?
Yeah.
Oh.
You want a double dip?
Yeah, who gives a fuck? Motherfucker. I want to talk about a segment we have on here called Fight or Flight. Who's booking the flight to Cancun and who's fighting for their chance in the playoffs and has an actual realistic chance of making the playoffs. Basically, our sleeper picks for the playoffs. Gabe, you want to start?
Yeah, I mean, I think an obvious one for us would be the Angels. I mean, they're playing well, coming off that series with the Dodgers. I mean, anything can happen. I think as long as they stay consistent, I mean, try to fight off any injuries, anything major, I think they have a chance. They have a good lineup top to bottom. They play well with each other. They score runs. They've got some good pitching there. I mean, yeah, Hendricks didn't have the best start, but, I mean, you got Hendricks, his veteran leadership leading the way. Soriano's killing it this year. You know, he's improved tremendously. I mean, he's just, nasty. I mean, almost all of his outs, I feel like, are ground balls, even though that's not, realistic and that's not the truth. But, I think just with that, with, hopefully Trout staying healthy, a lot of young guys coming into their own that are starting to play well. So I think, that's I'm riding with the Halos, Angels in the outfield. So anything can happen.
Hey, it could happen.
I need a sign. My sleeper pick's going to be the Reds. I'm taking the Reds to do something this year. I think we all know they have a good young core. Shout out my boy Matt McClain, our boy playing over there. Yep. Ali De La Cruz, Marte, Fraley, Steer. I mean, you can go down. I think if you have a coach that's done it all in the league, to come back after you retired, especially like the last year you were managing, you had a bunch of health issues and all this, for him to come back to this team, he sees something there. They're scoring runs. They're taking advantage of other teams' mishaps. They're scoring on errors. They're playing the game well, and it's just scrappy. It's like watching just a young crew go out there and play the game of baseball, and they're really enjoying themselves. I think that there's a reason Terry Francona came back to Cincinnati, came back to manage, and I think the Reds will be in the playoffs come October.
Yeah, that's a great pick. I mean, you talk about the Showtime Lakers,
Yeah,
they kind of brought that back a couple years ago, but then I think you're building the foundation for the Big Red Machine.
Yeah,
to come back. I mean, with the young players they have,
100%.
Abbott having a great year, Hunter Green coming back. I think they have the pitching. Another one of those things where it's like, you can add a piece or two and maybe have a great 1 to 5. But I mean, as long as you have those solid 1, 2 for you, and then the lineup that they have, I think just with consistency and continued experience, they're going to continue to do well and make runs in the playoffs for years to come.
Let's talk about some bets. As always, gamble responsibly. These are just our opinions.
I mean, we live in California, so unfortunately we can't, place bets daily like we'd like, but, we do watch the game, and we feel like if we were to bet, these would be the games that we bet on, and these would be our picks for those games. But like Nico said, always gamble responsibly. This is just our advice, opinion, whatever you want to call it. So take it for what it is.
There we go. Kangaroo Court's dog of the day. We're picking an underdog tomorrow on Friday, the 15th, on who we think you should take as the underdog of the day. As always, gamble responsibly. These are just our opinions. Take it with a grain of salt. Gabe, do you want to take it away on your dog of the day tomorrow?
All right. My dog of the day is going to be the Mariners at the Mets, and I'm taking the Mariners. So I like the Mariners in this matchup. I think Castillo should outduel Minaya. He hasn't allowed more than 3 runs in any of his last 8 starts, only giving up 3 earned runs twice in that span. He's gone 2 games with 0 earned runs, 2 games with 1 earned run, and 2 games with 2 earned runs. Meanwhile, Minaya has given up 9 earned runs across his last 2 starts and has significant home field advantage, or no significant home field advantage in this one, in my opinion. So I think the value is on the Mariners in this one on the road against the Mets.
Yeah. So, yeah. My dog of the day is going to be the Brewers are at the Reds, and we just talked about the Reds. I'm taking the Reds to end the Brewers' winning streak. Brewers will not see 13 wins in a row. I think the Reds are going to come, and they've been a hot team. Obviously, so have the Brewers, but they can't win forever. And I think the Reds are going to take it tomorrow. They're just simply based off of no stats, just based off of pure emotion and based off of, 12 wins is a lot, but it's got to end at some point, and I think tomorrow's that day.
Right. And I think we get caught up in analytics, so...
Or I think Friday's that day. Sorry, yeah. We're filming this on Thursday.
Yeah, so Friday. So I think, people get caught up in analytics and stats, and I know I just read some off to you, but sometimes you do have to just go with your gut and momentum, no matter, which way you're going. But, yeah, I think the Reds should take that one.
Again, always gamble responsibly. We're going to give you guys a little 3-pick parlay. Gabe cooked this one up, so I'm going to let Gabe take it from here.
Yeah, so I'm liking the Rays at the Giants. Giants are riding a 5-game losing streak. I don't think, I'm going to go with Nico's advice and, expect them to end their streak. But, the Giants have scored a total of 5 runs during that span, which is 1 run per game. Both teams are currently hovering just under 500, but I feel like the Rays have the edge in the pitching matchup in this one. So I feel like home field advantage doesn't carry much weight here. And that's why I'm taking the good old Devil Rays in the Bay Area tomorrow.
Cool. I would take the Pirates at the Cubs. The Pirates are also on a 5-game skid. Just got annihilated by the Brewers in Milwaukee. Unfortunately, they're absolutely terrible on the road. Well, the Cubs are really solid at home. So I'm going to back the Cubs here with some confidence right there and take the take the Cubs over the Pirates tomorrow.
Yeah, solid. I think Ray's going to have a great start at home, and they're going to take this one. And then the last pick of the pick 3 to wrap it up, we're going to go ahead and wrap this 3-leg parlay up with the Red Sox. I'm taking them, minus 1.5 runs at home. Alcantara has been a disaster lately. He's posting an 8.25 ERA in August and an 8.87 ERA on the road this season. So, damn. Like I said, take it with what you will. But numbers don't lie, in my opinion. But right-handed hitters are batting .298 against him this season as well. So I expect Bregman and Story to go ahead and do some damage here at home against a struggling Alcantara. And I know they've been hot. They showed some flashes. I know it's been like a rough up and down couple of games for them, but I think they'll bounce back here at home and take this one by 1.5.
So you heard it here. 3-pick parlay, Kangaroo Court. We're taking Rays money line, Cubs money line, and Red Sox minus 1.5. Lock it in. Okay, what is Kangaroo Court? Why did we name our channel Kangaroo Court? Well, back in the day, I don't know if many teams do it now. From what I've heard, not a lot do. Kangaroo Court was a place where clubhouses can create camaraderie, have some jokes, do this. So, for instance, there'd be little slips. There'd be a shoebox with a kangaroo on it. And throughout the season, you would write little slips and write people up. Okay, let's say Gabe. Okay, Gabe Macias made an error on this date. Terrible error. Looked like a fucking idiot. Getting folded up, put it in the shoebox, end of that. At the end of the year, towards the end, last couple weeks of the season, there'll be usually like 3 to 4 judges, 3 judges, and usually those are the vets of the clubhouse. And they'll rent out a ballroom or they'll do it in a clubhouse. And basically what they do is they read every slip. So they go, okay, Say if it was me that wrote that about Gabe. Okay, the judge would take it out. Nico said that Gabe made a terrible error on this date. He's a fucking idiot. He's writing it up. Let's look at the tape. They'll look at that error or they'll remember it. And the judges will talk and they'll be like, okay, yeah, Gabe did look like a fucking idiot. That's $5,000. So they'll pay him $5,000, real money. And it created camaraderie. I've seen people get written up for going out to the field to take the field and then stop right before the dirt, run back and put bug spray on them. $10,000 fine because you were soft. That's what I've seen. That's what Kangaroo Court is. I think it's great. I think it creates camaraderie. I think it's fun. And all that money that they make in that Kangaroo Court, usually half of it will go to a party at the end of the year for the whole team, and then the other half will go to a charity in whatever team. And, you know, if it's the Cubs, go to a Chicago charity. So I think it's really cool.
Exactly.
And we plan to implement that. I think Kangaroo Court is where, you know, you're not going to see that and you're not going to really hear those stories on TV. That's kind of Clubhouse ears only, and that's what we plan to bring with this podcast, this media company, is kind of pull back the curtain and show you these stories that have left a mark on us. So that being said, we're going to do some Kangaroo Court nominations for this last week.
And yeah, just to piggyback off of what Nico said, yeah, I think just going back to the roots, I mean, it's America's pastime for a reason. So I think there's a lot of things in the game of baseball that kind of have gotten left in the dust as the game's grown, technology's grown. Yeah, I mean, I do look at numbers. I'm an analytical person when it comes to things, especially when, you know, you're talking about numbers. You have to be. But at the end of the day, yeah, Kangaroo Court, I mean, you know, the bigger the crime, the bigger the fine. So I think just the most outlandish plays and, you know, events and spectacles of the sport, you know, we'll definitely be able to bring those to your guys' screen soon and be able to react to those and get your guys' opinion. And you may agree, you may not agree. If you guys have any that you have, feel free to send them to us as well. I mean, we want to, you know, maybe we missed something. So maybe there's something out there in your local city or town or minor league team or little league, high school game, college, whatever it is. Send them in. We'll be happy. We'll feature you. We'll give, you know, credit where credit is due when it comes to this. But yeah, I think at the end of the day, we're here to have fun. We're here to, you know, bring back something that's not really talked about or common currently in baseball, which, you know, I think sets us apart. Mm-hmm. And at the end of the day, too, yeah, we want to give back. So we're doing this for fun, but anything we do and, you know, our success and everything that we gain from this is all thanks to you guys who are watching out there and supporting us. So we're definitely going to be doing a lot of giveaways, a lot of givebacks, donating to charity. We have a lot of causes in our family and personally that mean a lot to us. So I think this just gives us a platform to do what we love, but also help people, give back, and allow other people the opportunity to do what they love as well, which they may not have the means or opportunity to currently do on their own. So
perfect. Yeah, with that being said, let's get into this week's Kangaroo Court noms. First up,
inaugural Kangaroo Court.
Number 1 nomination, Kodai Senga and his fielding error against the Brewers.
The Brewers not able to square him up.
Big chopper in front of the mound, and it's dropped by Senga. No chance to get the speedy Perkins.
You can see him. You can see him. Yeah, you can see him.
Time was good.
You can see him beating himself up. I think, you know, that's just got to work on those PFPs, dog.
For those that don't know, that's a pitcher fielding practice. So
yeah,
it's very important. Fundamentals nowadays. You got to work on the fundamentals.
You have to. Yeah. I mean, we're going to go through the noms and then we'll talk about him on who wins the slip of the week.
We'll have more to say as we go.
Number 2, Brooks Baldwin. This is pretty bad.
Here's the 9th pitch coming of this at bat. In the air to left. Baldwin over towards the line. Well, oh, no, he doesn't make the grab.
Well, that's going to go E7 undoubtedly, but we told you the wind was very much a factor, and that time at the very end.
Pop up.
I mean,
it happens, but the fact that you're, jogging to the ball and, kind of
look, that should have been right there.
he's trying to catch the ball. He went past the ball. You need to get under it. One hand, other hand down.
For
eyes
me,
closed.
it's the nonchalantness of
Exactly.
boom, this is easy, boom. And like I said, yeah, errors happen. Nobody's perfect. But this is Kangaroo Court, so we're going to call them out for it. Who's got the worst of the week? Now, number 3, Blaylock's error. Another PFP one, fielding error against the Diamondbacks.
Blaylock self-defense, knocks it down and throws it away. Blaze is on the run. It's up the right field line. Alexander's headed for third. And he is in there.
Boom, gets hit back, maybe panics a little bit, doesn't set his feet, bad throw, goes past him. And that turns into a triple for Blaze Alexander. Next one. So this error was credited to Jordan Walker. Little controversial because I don't know if I'd give him an error on it. Let's just watch.
Second in the NL.
Right side, that's a knock. It's on the ground. Carson Kelly. And the Cubs will sit at first and third. Kelly now is going to peel away. He's on his way to second. Here comes the run with Tucker. He's in there. What awareness from both runners, and the Cubs steal a run.
So that's an error on right fielder.
Yes. It is an error on Walker. However, yeah, could Walker have made a better throw? I think Contreras just sitting there looking at it and not realizing, I don't know what happened there is the reason they scored. You know what I mean? So I don't know who to give that on.
Yeah, team effort, whether it's a good outcome or about an outcome, in this play.
Yeah. Number 5, Doval. Brand new Yankee. Another fielding error.
Now and then, really, when guys get up here, that's how they've been trained. And so not a lot you can do.
Oh, safe at second and safe at first. The throw by Doval was off target.
Boom. Just muffs it up, and then Volpe with a little trip to just make it really look bad.
When things are bad, they're bad. That right back at him, he was square, set his feet, but just threw it away. And, look, little sidearm action. Volpe almost snapped his leg on this one. you go from you think potential double play to no outs and minor injury.
Okay. So you're going with Doval.
Yeah, I'm going with Doval. Balls hit right back at you. Your feet are set. Your shoulders are square. Everything's going right. And then that thing just, way off the bag. So gives Volpe no chance. He almost snaps his leg. You go to almost ending the inning, and then now there's runners on first and second with one out. You don't get any outs. So, in my opinion, my pick is going to be Doval on this one.
I think I'm going to have to go Brooks Baldwin on this. It was just the nonchalantness, in your glove, falls out, turns into a double. That's who I pick for the first Kangaroo Court nom. Let us know what you think. Comment down below who you think should be the first inaugural Kangaroo Court recipient. Okay, that's the first episode. Yeah. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next week, and let us know what else you liked, what you didn't like, and that's about it.
Yeah, we appreciate your feedback. Let us know what you think. This was our first time ever doing this, our first episode, the inaugural Kangaroo Court episode. So, like, comment, subscribe. Let us know your thoughts, what you want to see, what you don't want to see, other nominations for court. And we'll see you next time. Court is adjourned.
Peace.
Later.